Image copyright Reuters. EU leaders need to know soon who they can talk to in Northern Ireland about Brexit, the Irish Prime Minister says. Leo Varadkar was urging the Stormont parties to strike a deal to restore a power-sharing Northern Ireland executive after months of deadlock. In a speech in Londonderry on Friday night, he warned the clock is ticking and it is later than you think. There is no substitute for a Stormont executive speaking directly for people in the region on Brexit, he added. Progress has been made in talks between the Democratic Unionist Party DUP and Sinn Féin, according to Northern Ireland Secretary James Brokenshire, but clear differences still remain. Irish Foreign Minister Simon Coveney said the negotiations had reached a sensitive point, adding that he is hopeful of a successful outcome soon. The Northern Ireland executive collapsed in January and the previous round of discussions between the DUP and Sinn Féin ended in stalemate in June. Could play important role. Speaking at a Londonderry Chamber of Commerce event, Mr. Varadkar said he would make the strongest possible case for Northern Ireland in talks about Brexit with other EU leaders. But he added, my mandate is weakened because I don't come from here. It is essential that a new power-sharing executive is in place in Northern Ireland as soon as possible. Your institutions could play an important role in the Brexit negotiations, particularly as there are structures and mechanisms in place for the devolved administrations to be consulted, and to have their say on legislation being considered in Westminster. Now more than ever we need an answer to the question of who we and others in Europe talk to in Belfast. Who will speak for Northern Ireland and her 1.8 million people? Northern Ireland has been without an executive after a dispute between the DUP and Sinn Féin over several issues saw it break down. The parties have since blamed each other for the failure to restore devolution. Among the main sticking points in the talks is Sinn Féin's demand for legislation to give official status to the Irish language.